This video highlights the BCGE Group's annual results as of December 31st, 2023, as well as its priorities and outlook for 2024. The bank performed remarkably well in 2023, demonstrating the responsiveness of the bank's business model and its ability to capture the dynamism of the most buoyant economic sectors. Net profit was up 31%, reaching a record level of 231 million Swiss francs. As a result of this increase in earnings, the bank will be proposing a higher dividend at its next general meeting of shareholders. Key performance indicators show a positive trend. An increase in mortgage loans as well as in assets under management and administration demonstrates the bank's competitiveness. Productivity is comparable to that of the best Swiss universal banks with international activities. Profitability is excellent, and the bank's equity capital coverage ratio is at an optimal level and above the minimum requirement. Revenues totaling more than 500 million rose sharply, reflecting the bank's successful strategic orientation. As for operating expenses, they remained in line with the bank's investment dynamic. As a result, operating profit increased significantly. The bank was able to sustain growth in revenues in 2023 by making the most of the change in interest rate regime. This it achieved thanks to its dynamic ALM management and large deposit and savings base. As demonstrated by an analysis of its revenue, the bank's business model is well diversified. BCGE is a major financier of the Geneva economy. The bank grants more than 19 billion in loans to companies and individuals. The share of mortgages shows a high level of asset diversification, with a weight of 45% of the bank's balance sheet total. Client deposits have surpassed the 20 billion mark, giving the bank a high mortgage coverage ratio of 151%. This increase demonstrates how attractive a safe bank is for clients. The gross interest margin came to 398 million, which represents a new record for the bank. It is a result of a rise in the amount of financing and a dynamic ALM strategy, which have enabled it to return to a positive margin of 1.32%. Commissions have been affected by the contrasting economic situation. Securities commissions have decreased by 0.5% and credit commissions by 13%. Other commissions have grown by 22%. The share of revenue associated with commissions is notable at 23%. Assets under management and administration have grown satisfactorily and now stand at more than 35 billion Swiss francs. This increase has been driven by all client segments. The bank is maintaining its pace of investment, particularly in digitalization, IT security, and energy optimization. One example of this is the major renovation of BCGE's Eel headquarters. The BCGE Group created 43 new jobs in 2023, bringing the total number of full-time equivalent employees to 917. Shareholder equity rose steadily, increasing by more than 10% to reach 2.18 billion. More than 1.5 billion of additional shareholder equity has been created since 2005. The coverage ratio amounts to 17%. As demonstrated by its Standard & Poor's rating, BCGE is one of a select number of well-capitalized banks. The BCGE share had a successful year, rising more than 25% to 225 Swiss francs per share as of December 31st, 2023. The share price is gradually approaching the intrinsic value of the share, which, taking into account the changes in shareholder equity, stands at 303 Swiss francs. The number of private shareholders has slightly decreased, but the free float remains widely distributed, with 83% of shareholders holding between 1 and 50 shares. With a payout ratio of 26.5%, the bank has built up a very solid capital base year after year. It is in a position to finance its own growth as well as that of Geneva's economy. At the upcoming annual general meeting of shareholders, to be held on April 23rd, the bank will propose a dividend increase of 18%, bringing the dividend to 6.50. BCGE creates value for all its stakeholders. BCGE is committed to a long-term approach, whether for shareholders, clients, the community, or its employees. The total return on the share over 3 years was more than 50%, and the total financial contribution to the public sector for the same period amounted to 218 million. The bank has traded more than 2.1 billion Swiss francs in value since 2000. A substantial part of this amount, 77%, or 1.63 billion, has gone to the public sector. The bank honors its commitments. It has responded to the challenges set out in August 2023 with the achievements shown on the right-hand side of the table. Mission accomplished for the bank in its role as a key partner of the region's economy, with outstanding loans at 19.2 billion and mortgage loans at 13.6 billion. Private assets reached 19.7 billion and Synchrony investment funds 3.9 billion. BCGE is a very active partner in Geneva's internationally oriented economy, with 23.5% of revenue generated in euros and US dollars. As a result of investments in digitalization, a growing proportion of new accounts are opened online. Last but not least, the bank supports its clients in energy optimization. The bank has defined 7 strategic priorities for 2024 to act as a key partner of the Geneva economy and be the leader in mortgage financing in a persistently high-price environment, to build on the bank's success in the field of private banking, thanks to a focused and high-performance investment philosophy, to develop certain niches in the asset management market, to be a major contributor of Geneva's economy and trade, to promote banking digitalization and assist clients in the energy optimization process. The bank will continue to expand, capturing the dynamism of buoyant economic sectors by relying on the diversity of its skills and on the ability of its business model to meet the demands of the Geneva and Swiss economies. Barring a significant deterioration in the economy and a sharp drop in interest rates, the bank expects overall earnings for 2024 to be comparable to those of this past year.